Yeah, it's a Warlock patch. I think the Nature's Prophet response against the Warlock is good. And so NGX, their history with Nature's Prophet is they 2-1 Polaris with it. That was how they stomped their Dusa in lane. And then their next series, they go against T1. Or I think the next series, it got banned out because people were like, oh, we can't give NGX Nature's Prophet. They're too good with it. Then they played T1, and T1 gave them Nature's Prophet and picked TB. So I think NGX learned, like, we need to, pick this Nature's Prophet, ban TB, make sure it gets, protected a bit better. So I'm curious to see what kind of carry RSG end up with as, like, a Nature's Prophet answer. Because the Warlock, not the best versus Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but he does enable your carry to have a super safe lane. So in the past, heroes like Spectre were really good against Nature's Prophet. And Warlock Spectre used to be one of those big combos. I mean, it's not really a combo, but it was a very hot lane that a lot of people like to pick. But Spectre kind of out favor. I don't know if they want it. A hero that I see that has gone unignored here is the Dawnbreaker. I think both teams have been picking her a lot. I know DreamerCell even played it as a carry in the last series, which was really cool. And she's just gone completely ignored, not banned, not picked. That surprises me a lot. These picks from RSG make sense to me though. The Dark Willow, Jal Bonbon special. He's the only person in C right now that's playing it, I think. And even like without combos, like without the Mars, he's comfortable. He likes it, and he's making it look good. And he'll pair it here with Zhao Yu's Marcy. Looks like. Strong lane, pretty decent. I'm definitely not a huge fan of Zhao Yu's Marcy. I think he's better on other heroes. I feel like we've seen some early games from him where he will jump in a lot as a Marcy does to try and initiate, and then he'll get blown up and die. And that feels pretty bad if you're an offlaner, especially if you compare it to his other sort of offlaners like the Mars, where you can blink in and use your spells and you will live. But going into the late game, he's looked pretty good on the Marcy.
Yeah, it does feel like to some extent they don't have anyone good to frontline, right? Because Marcy doesn't seem like this frontlining hero. Like, if anything, you want maybe Puck to go in, Dream Coil, and then use the Marcy disposed to break the coil as some kind of, like, nice initiation. But you still, I think their carry is going to have to be some kind of frontlining, dangling hero that just puts their body on the line.
Yeah, and it should be easy for that, right? Because their lineup is very, very kitted to keeping this end carry safe. You have a Warlock who's going to get him through the laning phase. Then in these mid-game fights, you have Willow Fear to cover you. Marcy can save your life if needed. They have all this combination of like BKB piercing stuns. If Puck gets 25 the coil, the Golem. We've seen in the past them absolutely run these team fights by doing like the coil into the Willow Fear, and then they snap the coils. So like they have absolutely overwhelming team fight right now. Nigma are going to have to play a much more like pick-off oriented game, in my opinion, which works because they have a Nature's Prophet, and he's really good at doing that. I think I want to see like maybe Monkey be a carry, and they have a support that helps set up kills for Ember and Nature's to TP in. I mean, Monkey's okay at it, but his stun isn't like quite long enough. Things like Bane, I really, really like. I wouldn't mind seeing just something to help set up pick-offs.
RSG is thinking like even something like Nature's Prophet could be a carry because they're banning offlaners. They're banning green heroes. So
yeah, oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say we've talked so much about Mizu playing Nature's Prophet, but of course the hero can flex into other roles.
Yeah, DreamerCell last series played he played Dawnbreaker game 1, then he played Pudge carry, and then he played Morphling. The Morphling went really bad, so I really hope they don't do that again. God, yeah, they have to answer a Bristleback. No wonder they were banning Viper.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of saying like, yeah, they need some carry to frontline because they don't have somebody just to plop in front to set up your team fight. You need a hero that just puts their body out there, and Bristle, one of the best in the game to do so with. So I like this pick quite a lot. It gives Nature's Prophet a really rough game, but I'm curious where NGX goes as far as answering it. I think you definitely I don't think you want to put too much priority on Nature's Prophet. They go Jug. Okay.
Jug is, because I like the Bristle because it says if you want to do pickoffs, that doesn't work for you because we're going to force the issue by just going to objectives with our Bristleback. Like, he's going to be able to take Roche really easily and so on. So, yeah, they have to fight back with the early fighting carry and so on. It's just, oof.
So you guys want to say which one you favor? I feel like it might be a little bit evident with who you talked about a lot of, but to summarize it, how do you feel this game might be playing out?
It's an Alacrity Ember Spirit, so that is hype as hell. That's his best hero.
Yeah, but can you say the same? It's an excellent Puck.
It is an excellent Puck. What can I say?
Ember.
It's going to be an interesting mid matchup for sure.
Yeah, they're both going to pop. I prefer RSG. I think this Bristle is in for like a really good game with.
Yeah.
I mean, playing into Nature's Prophet, like
Yeah, I also think like the stocks of Bristleback have been rising a lot. He's been performing quite well in other regions that we've seen him for the DPC.
Yeah, that's true. Bristle's been pretty big. V-Tune was playing it really strong. Saw it. Was it Liquid that played it too?
Are you siding with RSG? Yeah, it was.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll side with RSG. What can we do? Let's cast a custom. We've done it before.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is normally when we would bring in our remote casters, but
no, we should bring in our casters.
But well, we're going to bring in our casters, but as we said at the start of today, there is going to be a lot of surprises in store for the start of week 4, and one of those surprises is that myself and Sheep will be casting game number 1 between RSG and NGX.SEA. So we thank you gods for carrying us through.
Take him off. Take him off.
Yeah. Now get him out of here. We don't want to see him anymore. It's our show. It's our. Got to move over. It's us. Get out of here.
What up?
I flipped them off for you. Don't worry.
Why are you moving away from me?
Sorry.
Was it that bad?
No, I just wanted to balance out the camera again. But this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I am excited
he actually
to see.
stood up and left.
Yeah, he actually stood up and left. I didn't think he was going to walk away, but he's fully walked away from us. He's done for it. How are you feeling about casting?
Oh God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, as we're learning the game, we'll do some formalities.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just think this is going to be a nice even game. I think both teams are playing comfort heroes. Yeah. And that is exciting for me. It's like, I don't look at Nigma's draft. I prefer RSGs, but I don't look at their draft and go, yeah, they've completely outdrafted themselves.
Okay.
Like we've seen in the past, you know, when they picked like Leshrac and Pudge into a life stealer. Yeah. We're not going that route. We're going.
Do you think who has the easier to execute draft out of the two?
Ooh, probably RSG. All they need to do is just group up with their team fight. Like team fight historically has just been very easy to run. It's why when TI runs around, you see people picking the Tide Hunters and the Enigmas. It's just because it's super easy to pull off, and it provides you with like a win condition straight off the bat. You know, all you need to do is press your spells in a fight and you're going to win.
It's just as simple as that.
Yup.
That's it.
That's all I gotta do. Okay, so.
Yeah, tell me while we're waiting, while there is minimal action at the start of this game, tell me some more about how you think it is actually going to play out. Which lanings do you feel are going to be better?
30 seconds.
Lanes. Okay. I'm actually unsure. I think. There's a chance Puck could kill Ember, but it probably won't. Oh, no. Actually, it's the complete opposite way. I'm sorry. We've seen Embers absolutely dumpster Pucks mid because they go the max slight build, and the Puck just can't deal with it. I think I've seen this lane go so badly for Puck so many times. It is excellence Puck, though, so I'm hoping that he's going to be able to be completely fine, hopefully. We'll see. It would be nice if he didn't get dumpster too hard, but I would like to see a effort from like Zhao Bonbon to rotate to mid and help him get the power runes, because both Ember and Puck really want power runes, so hopefully there's just rotations for that. They secure it and it will allow them to move, because I think it's difficult to kill heroes like Bristleback, right? It's gonna cause you're gonna have to bring a lot of heroes to do it, whereas for Puck, I think it's very easy for him to kill most heroes on Nigma's side. Like his rotations on either side lane could be pretty good. It will be a bit hard to kill Jog, but they will have a lot for him when they start to get their ults, because even if he spins, you have the Warlock ult to lock him down, you have the like Blink Dispose from Marcy, you have like Silence from Puck into a Willow Fear. Like he's gonna need like a Manta style this game most likely, and even then, yeah, I'm not feeling like too scared as RSG about like my ability to kill him.
Are you surprised by the Dark Willow being the offlane here?
I mean, she's just the full position, right? It's like good to pair a range here with a melee offlaner usually. We've seen like this patch people kind of go into picking offlane ranged heroes and then like a melee 4 so they can tank and like salve up. But Zhao Bonbon, his comfort is just in these ranged heroes like the Shadow Shaman, like the Willow, and I'm down for them to pick like this anyway, because I think Zhao Yu just historically has been really good at his melee offlaners too, that like to brawl and fight and blink and get in there and stun. So they're just playing to their comfort as players. They're not necessarily like super adapting to the meta, and I'm happy with that. It's giving them a lot of success.
Yeah, I mean this safe lane for NGX is looking to be one that's going to be harassed a lot. The Marcy and the Dark Willow combo here just doing a lot of damage when they had a little bit of a skirmish just before.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. See if Jug can stay up there, come out of his lane winning.
Yeah, I don't know the carry build. Obviously, he's gone 0-1-1 so far, but I don't know if they go the Snot soon, because he's queued up a Soul Ring. I don't know if he's going to try and finish Vanguard first before that, but they definitely have kill threat in this lane if they get like a Fatal Bombs off on them, and you're just like quilling, right, on Bristleback. You're hitting everything, so that is a lot of like shared damage. The more levels they get, it should be pretty devastating. They could easily run down Nature's Prophet, I think.
Yeah, he's already getting quite harassed out of lane, just not having a super enjoyable time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but we're just gonna be chilling now. I'm not sure where the kills will come in this game, because obviously I can
guess right now.
Okay, I could see them getting kills in this lane probably the most, but it's like hard because if Marcy and stuff are jumping on top, you still have that threat of like Jug just spinning you down and killing you, or like just spinning away. Like if you jump as Marcy onto him, you could probably force his spin, but you probably won't get the dispose off unless you just keep trying to fake him out or something and he doesn't spin. I don't know. It's kind of a hard kill. Maybe they could get the Treant Protector instead. Yeah,
you almost have one carry that's really able to escape, has a lot of mobility, and then on the other side of on the other team, just really tanky at the moment. You know, Bristle is one that is quite hard to take down.
Yeah. Like, if we look at the lanes right now, I think Nigma in their off lane is really happy with how the creeps have been. They've been kind of up in the lane. It makes it really safe for him to farm. The Bristle and the Warlock are like naturally pushing in the lanes, which means that they're just gonna like pull, like look for pulls and play like that instead. Meanwhile, yeah, Nigma should just be kind of free farming a little bit. On the top side, the lane has been pushed into Nigma's tower as well. So like, I think Jug is very happy. It's I don't know. It's just that it looks like the lanes are both good for Nigma. Like it looks like they're getting what they want. In terms of CS, obviously like RSG are pulling ahead. So that's I mean it's pretty even overall. So
yeah,
everyone seems to be just okay and happy. Mid also even. These guys are just super even.
Yeah, they're like just like chilling in their lanes, just thriving, farming it up. They don't want to actually fight at the moment. Just harass, just annoy. It feels that that's all they're looking for.
We have like 2 minutes now until the power rune comes out. Puck is level 5 already, I think, so he's closing in on his 6. I want to know what he wants to do with that, because that is a timing for them as a team. He's dropping hella low right now, mid. What happened? Oh, they both traded super hard. So there's kill threat with coil, right? Even onto Ember, a mobile hero, if you coil him, he can die. It's just where's your damage coming from? In the early levels, there's not a lot. Warlock, he's not going to give you a lot of damage. He's a healing support. The Bristle, he's probably not going to want to rotate to your mid lane. The Marcy, maybe he can rotate with the Dark Willow, but really you were looking for this 6, because that's when Dark Willow's like massive damage and spells comes out. Maybe they're just going to get MKS involved really early, because he's in the past played a lot of carries like Lifestealer and Terrorblade, where he's just farmed in the jungle.
He's by himself and the rest of the team's running around his fort.
Exactly, yeah.
He's never really been like always by with them from early stages.
Yeah, exactly. So what is he going to do this game? That's what I'm interested in. I think Jug is definitely going to be a bit more farm heavy, but at the same time, like Bristles, they can farm the Ancients, so it would be really nice to see if RSG are going to like stack the Ancients up and give him that bunch of gold, because Jug, on the other hand, as a carry, he can't farm Ancients, at least not easily. So RSG could definitely do that to get ahead in net worth. Again, I'm not entirely sure on the Bristle carry build. If he goes Ags or something else, maybe he'll get a basher this game or something. Could be cool.
Yeah. Do you want to take odds on which hero is going to die first? As they're all heading towards the tower, and the coil gets dropped. So does the Bramble Maze here. Puck's going to jump in, get his silence off, but he's going to be perfectly fine. They're running out there. Alacrity thought he could go in for a bit of a chase, but ultimately there's just nothing that happens. No first blood.
There's no damage. There's no damage.
Still no first blood. It's 6 minutes in.
Yeah, like
we've had 2 couriers die, no deaths, no first blood.
2 couriers? I mean, that's good enough for me.
That's all the action we need. The couriers, they go down. They're all losing items left and right.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, this is basically what I expected when I was thinking about the rotation. The Willow's is going to press the Shadow Realm or whatever it's called, and like it just isn't going to do anything to this Ember, because he's just high enough level to not care. Similarly,
Marcy alone up top here. Jug's going to spin, trying to chase her down a little bit, but she is going to get her jump off. She's going to get out of there. She's perfectly fine. I don't know why we would ever think Marcy would be in danger.
How did Bristle die? How did Bristle die?
Cool.
For first
Bristle's
blood.
dead.
Bristle's dead.
No one expected it.
Thanks,
See ya.
Yosin.
You know what? It wouldn't be a normal game 1 if we didn't miss first blood. The thing we've been waiting 7 minutes for. I'm just joking.
That's okay.
Oh, and Jug dies up top.
Oh, God.
It was all Dark Willow. We captured everything. We saw it all with our eyes.
That's true. God, yeah, I can't... I'm surprised the Bristle managed to die, but I think he was alone. I looked at the minimap. So... Yeah, it's just I didn't expect Nature's to have the kind of damage to do it, especially with Monkey King too. They're pretty physical damage heavy.
Yeah.
Has he finished his Vanguard? What's Bristle's IM's at? Okay, never mind. He has literally like nothing.
That's probably how he died.
Yeah, his Ring of Health died on the courier.
In there. Not really too much more than just to tell him we're here.
Okay. Very, very relaxed game. There's not... I think everyone is just waiting for their levels. I think when a lot of level 6s come out, we'll see a lot more action. Also, like, now Nature's Prophet has his 6. That's a lot of potential magic damage that maybe they could kill someone with.
Yeah. It feels like both teams were... Or at least RSG was hyped up to be quite an aggressive team, and this is just a different momentum that we're seeing out from them.
Yeah, they're just going to be chill. There's no point throwing.
Oh, Tree's going to be walking up to the high ground here.
Oh, we're stealing stacks.
The Nature's Graph's coming out. Not too much, again. Similar, just realizing RSG is in their jungle and wanting to get them out as soon as possible. So both Dark Willow and Puck are going to be TPing out there.
So they got the rotation from Monkey, and they'll get the D-Ward too. But it doesn't feel that good because they just committed 2 of their TPs. They didn't steal the stacks, and Monkey is a very high mobility support. If he wants to go back to bot lane to help his Nature's Prophet, that's not a problem for him. He can just jump along the trees and get there. And now he's up here, they're probably going to threaten Zhao Yu, and he's going to have to back.
That is 4 of them all moving to the top side here. Zhao Yu's going to have to be a little bit aware, even though we know Marcy has quite great mobility, still can be caught out.
She's gonna play.
Tree running down this courier. That's another one. That's the third courier.
No, that's his Vanguard again. Oh my god.
Bristle, I think it's been Bristle's courier twice.
Oh no, he got it. He got it.
Oh, he did.
Oh, thank God.
It's Bristle just not having a good time with these items in his courier.
Yeah, for real. A
Poor
9-minute
MKS.
Vanguard. That is despair. That is actually just despair. Like he died because of this. He didn't get his Ring of Health. Dies in lane. He's like, this is not the timing you're feeling happy with. But yeah,
it's at the end of
whatever.
the world.
He's
though.
got it now. He's got it now.
He's got it now.
He
Till the
shouldn't
end
die.
of the world. He can still snowball. There's momentum for him off the basis of this.
Yeah. And Ember's gonna do magic damage, of course, but the rest are pretty like physical heavy, apart from Nature's ult. So he's probably just chill now to sit in his lane and farm. I think if he gets like something that purges the trio, like so he can't be kited. If he has like a BKB and an Ags, he seems like he'll probably be pretty unstoppable this game.
First crown on the silence onto Trent here. Puck jumping in there too. There's going to be enough damage with the Shadow Realm, and one last hit from Puck. Tree does fall. We also see Warlock go down off camera though. And Nature's probably going to get a TP out. Not enough damage just yet from Bristle to get that final kill.
Yeah, Bristle big. Bristle big. He's happy to dive now. He doesn't have the goo. That was something I was questioning earlier. I wasn't sure if he was going to skill it or not. Clearly not. Oh, Jug also TPing out. So,
yeah.
Jug TPing away from top lane.
out.
Yeah, it means to me that they should probably try and take this top tower. At least Zhao Yu maybe pressure it. They might have to bring Trent up to protect it. It's just you have cart waves. Yeah, Tree's just TP top, so he'll probably defend that. I'm like trying to wait and see like when people are going to try and take these towers. It looks to me like RSG are just in for the ride of like playing super passively because they have mega stacked their triangle. The Ancients of like, look at all these stacks. NGX actually going to try and steal him right now.
Oh,
No.
Puck props the coil but misses out. Doesn't end up getting the Ember with it. That's so unfortunate to miss that one.
Oh my god, despair. It's okay. They don't care. They got the stacks.
They don't.
Yeah.
It is only 2 on the side of NGX though, while there are 4 from RSG mid.
Yeah, they just did the exact opposite play. Like they just keep trying to like invade each other's jungle, force TPs and movements.
Just had any opening possible, but right now neither team are giving it to them. Marcy up there, she is still trying to harass this tower as much as possible. Tria trying to defend it, gets the Nature's Grasp, and with the living armor, that top tower is looking really difficult to take down.
Yeah, because this is the problem with stacking so much, is that you have to like defend
Monkey
it all
King in
guard.
here with the Boundless Strike. He's going to jump in. Ember's there with him. So is the Jug. The Battle Fury comes out. Bristle's back is going to end up eventually falling. Warlock drops down the Fatal Bonds as well as the Golems. And we're going to see Nature's Prophet and then Jug also fall.
Oh dear.
That was really good from RSG. That was a fight NGX thought that they were going to be able to take. Jumping in there, had a little bit of vision. They thought they were able to win that matchup, but ultimately RSG were there for the backup. And whilst they lose the Bristle, they overall come out on top.
A game of stacks is the funniest game to watch because
why is that?
well, we see they have the cart top. Jug is forced to TP away. In my mind, I'm like, okay, this is a good time to take an objective. You have the siege wagon to help you. Like, let's just go push top. Bring your mid up. Bring like heroes up. Bring forces, and then open up the map for yourself. But the problem is they have stacks. So instead of being able to take advantage of that timing, they all have to run bot to defend their like hard camp stacks from Ember Spirit. They all fight him there. And then after that, Nigma try and invade the triangle, and then that all becomes a silly skirmish. And they're like so hard focused on like, we have to like take these stacks away from them, that they're throwing as a result of it. They get the Bristle kill, but you lose 2 cores as a result, including your carry, who is not farming, losing gold, and like feels absolutely terrible.
So you feel right now NGX is just kind of not necessarily wasting their time, but they're being almost macro-kited, right? They're being thrown around this map trying to retaliate to things or trying to prevent things that in the long run might not really matter if you're going to be losing fights like that.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a good idea to try and contest if you are strong enough to do it, but it feels like they're not because they don't have someone who can reliably like tank for them, so to speak. Like if Nature's Prophet runs in there, he can just die easily like he did. Jug, I mean, he just died. He didn't even get his ult off before he died. That's just rough.
And he was literally just spinning and then ends up falling down at the end of the fight though.
Yeah, there's just a lot of control from RSG. It's really scary to like fight into it, especially when everyone's got ults out. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to clump up and run into a space like that at that point in the game. And yeah, he's gonna just start farming again on Jug. He's got the Maelstrom build.
What item timing are we looking for next for Jug, where we feel that he might be in a space to be able to take a team fight with NGX?
Hard to say, because they can obviously bring him to push like a tower if they feel like they need a tower, because you can use his healing ward, he can spin out of their control. But if he gets like golemed into a fear, he can die, so it is scary for him.
I love this interaction up top. Bristle just standing there, tanking the tower, hitting it, whilst Tree's over there, just using a living armor on it, trying to keep it healed up. They also fortify it. Marcy being scouted out by Monkey King. Not sure if Jokam is looking to initiate or anything, or just keep eyes on her. Top tower also eventually does fall. Bristle doing the work. Ooh, silence tip from Warlock. He is going to be overgrowth and caught there. Nature's Prophet getting the kill, doing enough damage.
It's funny.
Oh, Jokam gets caught out by Marcy. He was scouting her, but while we had those 2 skirmishes going on at the same time, Marcy ults, gets him down from there and kills him. Juggling in. So same with Nature's Prophet and Ember Spirit down here. Marcy's going to try and TP out, but she doesn't. There's 3 of them on her. It's just way too much. She does get the rebound. She's also got the pig pole to try and run away here. She's got enough speed, enough mobility.
No way.
She is out of there. That's 3 of them on the side of NGX missing a kill.
I was like, well, at least he finished his BKB. Like, at least he's going to have that when he respawns. Oh god, he actually lived. That's insane. And they're pressuring mid at the same time. Like, RSG is getting such a good trade out of this.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to see Wukong's command come out. The balance strike as well on top of Bristle. He's in there in the trees from Nature's Prophet, but that fear and the Dream Coil coming out from the side of RSG is enough to allow him to live, to back off a bit more, but they are going to be able to push out the waves and protect that mid tower too.
Bristle's so tanky. It's so hard to kill him.
They committed a lot. Yeah. Kind of on both sides, but ultimately better trade for RSG because they don't lose anyone.
What can you do? And Nature's has the Orchid, which they need to get kills with, but so far they've failed. So bot, Monkey King was looking for the kill on Zhao Yu. He really wanted to find and kill Marcy. We saw Nature's Prophet like fake pump his TP a couple times, but they just ultimately couldn't find the right positioning to get on him and kill him in time. So that ends up turning into a kill for Zhao Yu instead. Mid, he TPs in for that defense, silences the Bristle, doesn't do anything.
Ooh, we're going to go on the Monkey King here. Nature's grabbed out, trying to slow them, but there is going to be way too much damage coming out from that puck and the Dark Willow. They put down the Bramble Maze just for safe, but it doesn't need to happen anyway. It's looking really rough for NGX.SEA. They're trying hard to defend this mid tower, but Marcy getting in there. She doesn't get to dispose of. Jug is going to be able to get his Battle Blade Fury off.
The force of Glyph.
the golem as well, helping to take down this mid tower. Not sure it's going to be enough. It must be enough. NGX.SEA look like they are going to concede this mid tower, trying to do a little bit of harass, but with the 3 of them there, including the golem, it's eventually going to fall.
Yeah, so this net worth lead is actually incredibly deceptive because it's all in the supports. If you look at the cores of the net worth, all 3 of them on RSG.
Monkey King sees Warlock here, gets a balance strike, and Treant's there as well. Nature's Prophet coming in with the Orchid, silences him up. There is no way Warlock was gonna be getting out of that one.
Yeah, like speaking of him, he's playing super like sacrifice 5. He's lowest net worth by far. He's buying all the sentries and wards. He's playing his role, and you have a hero like Monkey King on the other side who's farming side lanes and like pushing out the dead lane and stuff like this. So his net worth is pretty high compared to Warlock, and that's where the net worth lead seems to be quite simple or similar, sorry. So look at the cores of RSG. They're all up in the 8Ks. We don't even have a single core on Nigma yet who is in the 8Ks. So it's looking pretty bad.
Balance strike on Puck. They're not going to follow up with anything. Perfectly fine. Picks up the Invis rune there as well.
What did Puck just get? He's buying a Lotus orb? Oh yeah, nice. So that's great. He needed a way to purge the Orchid from Nature's Prophet. Now I don't see how they can really kill them. They don't have great control. The Orchid was kind of it, and they didn't manage to take advantage of that timing to get kills on him to delay the lowest timing.
Yeah, there's been 3 attempts with the Orchid to get kills, and only one of them is succeeded, and that was that Warlock.
Yeah.
Not the one that you're really looking for. Rebounding from Marcy. She can't get the dispose of. Tree's going to hide there. She's going to hang around. Meanwhile, Bristle's up top, just pushing out the waves, farming it up a storm. Most of NGX looking to converge here in the middle lane. Marcy running up there. Does get chained by Ember. Is going to pop her BKB. The Dream Coil goes down on to 2 of them. Monkey King putting out his Wukong command as well. Marcy just rebounding out of there, looking to be safe. Ooh, Ember Spirit finding a kill on that Dark Willow out there. She doesn't end up getting her ultimate off. No fear, doesn't save herself. Bristle coming in, looking to run down some of them on the back line. Isn't going to happen. They're going to turn. The Golem drops, gets the Monkey King and the Juggernaut here. It isn't going to result in too much as they look like they don't have the damage. Puck coming in, silencing them up. Marcy giving him the move speed to try and get out of there. Balance strike again from Monkey King. The tip running them down. A lot of stuns here. On top of the Bristle means he is going to die with the Omni Slash from Juggernaut.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to die, but he's still an Omni.
I thought they were going to disengage. It looked like NGX didn't want to take the fight anymore. Puck re-engaged, and NGX were like, all right, this is on. Let's focus down the Bristleback. They do, and they get that kill. Something really good for them.
Yeah, actually a really good trade. That was so awkward. I mean, obviously they got the BKB timings, and Ember especially like really took advantage of that, like killing Jabba on the back line. He can't save himself. He makes other heroes waste out their BKBs too. Like Zhao Yu, his whole BKB was wasted just trying to get away from Ember. So like he did a really good job of walling out heroes on RSG's side so that they could kind of kite and then kill the Bristle.
Marcy rebounding in. She's going on top of this Monkey King. It's so much damage with the ult. She just obliterates it, and Puck came in there for a little bit of help. Just a little bit of a helping hand at the end, but she didn't really need it.
This feels like the best Zhao Yu Marcy game we've seen so far.
Dreamcoil down on top of the Ember Spirit. Puck rotating in there. Warlock coming in for the follow-up. He is leashed. He's now silenced too. Ember Spirit not really looking to be able to outrun, but he does finally get off and is able to survive there. They just didn't have enough damage to kill him.
They would never have killed him.
I think they could have.
He had a BKB.
I think they that's true.
That
would have put the BKB and gotten out of there.
That was a play of knowing your limits, and that is what makes Alacrity such a beast on his Ember. He's played this hero so many times, he knows that he can live through that. He knows like who his threats are, and he knows that he can only die in a coil when his BKB is down. And with it up, he is not afraid. He knows Fear was wasted in the last fight, therefore there is no like chain stunning really they can do. I think he saw Marcy as well on the map. So between those, he knows he doesn't have to pop his BKB, saves it. Absolutely great knowledge from him. What a player.
Especially like knowing that Warlock didn't have his golems as well, because that was used in the last fight.
So he's feeling peachy. And yeah, now they're just
playing with them.
Yeah.
Just toying with them.
Just a little bit
of fun.
Yeah, so Manta soon for Jug. That's a big thing for them. RSG actually going to be that time maybe and go rush? Or that? No, it's been scoured. So it'd be I mean, they could definitely force the issue if they feel stronger.
They are still hanging around. Maybe it is something that they want to try and force a fight.
It just scares me because Bristle was killable last fight. Maybe with the team behind him and near him this time, they feel like they're definitely strong enough to take that fight.
It's taking ages to do this Roche though. Like I said, it has definitely been scattered. They know it's there. Marzi jumped onto the back lane here, onto Monkey King, Boundless Strike, also the Wukong command coming out. It's not going to be enough to save him. The BKB's popped on both Marzi and Ember Spirit here. It looks like Bristleblack's going to have enough damage. No, Ember Spirit gets out. Nature's Prophet though isn't as lucky. He's going to be focused down by that Puck, Marzi, and Dark Willow.
Dude, Zhao Yu is playing out of his mind. Like, seriously, this guy is like MVP by far for me right now. He is so good. Like, they're doing Roche. You're thinking about how they want to take this fight. Zhao Yu's like, I'm not going to give you the fight. I'm going to look for heroes on the side. I'm going to start my own. He's going to pick off the Monkey King just to start. And, like, it just leads to so much space. Yeah. And they get such a good fight off the back of him.
We're so used to Monkey King being the hero that's there for scouting, right? Allowing a lot of things for their team, like doing those backline pickoffs. And just giving the team something that not a lot of other heroes can do, but the way Zhao Yu is playing Marzi, it almost negates that. It almost feels like Monkey King can't do his sole purpose as to why people pick him.
Yeah, and obviously this is all off the back of incredible warding from RSG. They want to do Roche, so look at the minimap. Look at where their wards are. They have one on the mid lane, they have one in the top lane, in the lane, seeing heroes' movement there, one on the high ground, and that's why they're able to see everything that they need to see in order to take such a good Roche fight. Like, this is just like prime gameplay right now.
Yeah. Bristle getting the ages there, so they are going to be looking to do a lot more pushing here. Do you think we'll see them try and go for tier 3?
Tier 3s, maybe that's a bit of a tall ask.
Yeah.
Whenever we watch Eastern Europe, the way that they kind of make these plays is they starve out the enemy. So they'll just control a lot of the map. Maybe they'll put a ward like on the mid lane or something, or in their own jungle to kind of scout Nigma's movements. And then what they'll do is just control like their whole jungle, like cut 2 waves, farm up really hard, and then if someone does show on like their jungle ward,
the silence on Dark Willow, they're not going to be able to follow it up at all.
Yeah.
Nothing can come of that one, unfortunately.
And then, yeah, if they show on like a deep ward on the other side of the map, maybe they smoke to it, or maybe they TP a hero in, do a setup, get a kill, get a pick off, and then that pick off allows you to start poking at the high ground. So that's one way they can play it. They have put that high ground ward in their own jungle bar.
Searching for the tree here.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily searching, right? But he's in the vicinity of 3 of them. I'm not too sure if he's aware. I'm not sure if they had the wards to scout it out. He is going to show on the map. Puck's going to come in. They're going to silence him up. Bristle's going to be running him down as well. The overgrowth comes out. He's trying to protect himself, trying to prolong this, but ultimately he is going to fall to Puck.
Yeah.
There was just no real escaping for him with 3 of them there, and after he showed in the lane.
I love this Lotus pickup. I just think it's so good. A lot of people, when they play these int mid heroes, they fall into the trap of like, I want a Yules. I'm talking about pub players, by the way. But like, yeah, as a pro, he's super smart, super on top. He knows he needs the low cooldown purge to be able to just play against the Orchid Silence, the Tree Root, just keeping himself safe, giving himself armor as well against like the Jug Omni Slash. Really, really fantastic iron pickup.
Yeah. We focus, you know, quite a lot sometimes on this gold difference. It is only 2k at the moment, but it feels that NGX.SEA don't really have a way to control or initiate fights at the moment. Do you feel that way, or do you think there is very much a way in for them? Maybe they smoke up, try and get a better initiation that they haven't been able to find in the past few rounds.
I totally missed the hero, the team.
Don't worry, because Marcy's gonna jump in. She's gonna dispose Ember. He is still stunned. Oh, he's gonna fall.
God.
The damage coming out from Zhao Yu is insane.
No way did he just solo
The
kill
boundless
him.
strike onto the Warlock, also with the spin from Jug, is gonna make the Warlock fall. That's not really a consolation prize you want. As the coil also gets dropped, it gets snapped on the Nature's Prophet and the Juggernaut. The fear coming out to Puck and Bristle, just running him down there on the back lines. Nature's trying to do his best to just slow them down with the Nature's Grasp. It is really going to do much. Monkey King getting caught out there with these Wukong's command on top of the tree. They heals him up. They're all coming back in for a little bit more damage, so we know that he's going to fall down. Puck there getting the last hit as well. Just the person you want, getting a double kill in that little skirmish, that fight mid.
There is no way you should be fighting mid when your Ember has just died bot lane.
That's a full, you want to go in retreat mode, but they hung around way too long.
They were definitely playing a cheeky, because they wanted to just kill the Warlock and then back off again, but it wasn't that simple. You get coiled, they're on top of it, RSG are ready. Like this, I don't know if they knew or communicated, but this was a solo kill bot. Like the rest of RSG was mid, so yeah, when they make that play, they just get caught.
Ooh, Puck jumping in there just to get a silence off. Bristle's still got a little bit of time left on his Aegis, so they are looking to take these tier 3s. The living armor not going to do enough to save that mid tier 3 tower on the side of NGX.SEA, so it does fall. A little bit of harass coming out. We see Nature's Prophet fall to Marcy as well. Xiaoyu doing so much. Ember Spirit jumping in there with his BKB. Gets the Aegis. It is going to be popped on Bristle back, but the Golem's coming down. Isn't going to stun anyone up. The Overgrowth as well from Trion. The Bristle back is taking a lot of damage. We do see him fall. Dreamcoiled on the back line, though, is the Ember Spirit. So they get that Bristle back. Everyone else on the side of RSG is safe for now. As they look to re-engage, the Marcy dispose on the Juggernaut. There's enough damage coming out. There isn't actually. He's going to be able to Battle Fury away. Blade Fury away. I'm going to get that right one day.
He spins.
He spins.
He's a Beyblade.
He spins. He's just going to run away. No, he does. I thought he was going to fall. I thought there was going to be enough, but he does get the spin off. And with the living armor from Tree is fine.
Yeah, good try. Obviously, Xiaoyu getting that pick off is kind of hype, but he is a key part of his team, and they do have the damage to kill Bristle, especially with the Omni Slash. Puck put the Lotus on him when he respawned, but the problem with doing that, and the problem with Bristle's Iron build, I was going to say, is that he doesn't have his own purge. So when he gets tree rooted after the Lotus is already on him, that means no one else can purge it for him. Yeah. Right? He went very greedy. He went for this Assault Cuirass. I thought he was going to go for a BKB after the Ags, or even before the Ags. I think the Ags first was correct. But yeah, he greeded. He did. And he was punished for it in that fight. They got the tier 3 at least, so now the racks are a little bit exposed. But yeah, Xiaoyu's definitely playing this game of the side lanes and trying to get kills there. They don't even have the wards for it. He's just playing very smart.
It's actually insane. I would put this down as one of the best Marcy performances I've seen.
Yeah, for sure. I've not believed in core Marcy until this game.
This is insane. Oh, Ember's really pushed up here, showing. And it doesn't even matter because Xiaoyu's running on top of that Trion. He does fall.
So Xiaoyu has a blink, which makes him very scary for heroes like Ember. What is Ember buying? Is he getting a Linken's? No, he's not. He's going for Kaya. That's quite greedy, especially because Xiaoyu's finished an Abyssal Blade now. So he has so much lockdown to kill you. The more damage he gets, the more at risk your life is. This BKB will not save your life if he's blinking out a fog and catching you off guard. So yeah, that's definitely a little bit scary. Maybe their ability to... I mean, I was going to say their ability to group up. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to go Linken's. But no, he's going to be split pushing, and they want to get pickoffs. Their team fight on RSG is much better than Nigma's, so I'm not a fan of that Iron build.
Yeah, tell it how it is.
Yeah, maybe they feel like they just need more damage from him, and that's why. And they feel like if they go too defensive, they're never going to win the game. It's about going balls to the walls. Do what you can.
All eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Damage or nothing.
Exactly. And it definitely haven't felt the impact of Nature's Prophet this game. His Orchid didn't hit the timing that they or they didn't hit the plays with the timing they were hoping to. Yeah. BKB obviously extremely defensive. He's been trying to split push, and Xiaoyu's been catching him. So I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more from him.
NGX.SEA moving into their top part of the jungle. I don't know if they've noticed that RSG are all up there. They're both actually smoked. Marcy going to jump in there. She is popped her BKB. The Golems also dropped there as well. Not stunning anyone up. The Overgrowth coming out onto Bristle and Marcy. She's looking in a very vulnerable position as the Omni Slash comes out. Doesn't finish her off. Is going to be on top of the Bristle though. They get a silence on him, and ultimately he falls too. This Warlock, Roger, caught out. So that's a double kill on the side of NGX.SEA. It's a really good team fight that they end up taking. Something they needed, even if they couldn't get the kill on the Marcy, which looked important.
This is feeling really, really bad for RSG. This Bristle needs to finish his BKB. Like, you can't keep going on like this, man. Obviously, that was a really great smoke from Nigma. Oh, he lived? Okay.
Yeah, and Dark got the Shadow Realm Monkey out there.
He just stuns his Monkey King with the nature. Yeah, God, you need the BKB. You need Purge. Even Marcy there felt the struggle of using BKB to not die and then getting tree rooted. Like that, if they're able to force BKBs like that and pull that combo every fight, they're just going to keep getting free wins. Yeah. Warlock is not a support hero who's going to accrue gold and get you a Lotus, or at least not for a very long time. And then you have Willow. I mean, Willow probably needs to get something as well to help his cause out, because right now it's kind of struggle city.
It's been good timing for NGX.SEA. They get that kill on the Bristle and the Warlock, and so they move into Roche. They are taking it somewhat fast, but it doesn't matter because Marcy again gets that kill on top of Ember Spirit with the Puck. The Dream Coil did get used for that, so they know it's not available just yet. The Wukong's command coming out from Monkey King. Zhao Yu in the backline on Marcy, pops up BKB, trying to run away. It looks like they're going to disengage. Huck not looking to really do too much in there, but Bristle, he's alive now. He's running in. He gets the kill on 3. We also see Monkey King falls down. Juggernaut hanging around. He is going to spin. He's running away, trying to save his life. Nature's Prophet, BKB, TP out. He is going to make it. He's going to be perfectly fine. Juggernaut still getting run down though, gets silent, is going to Manta, gets Bissell, like you said, there's just way too much lockdown for them with that dispose of Marcy. Now getting a double kill in what was looking to be a potential free Roche for NGX.SEA.
Yep, Alacrity getting picked off. Man, this is what I'm saying. You cannot play like that when you're trying to take a objective and you don't have a Linken's. It's way too hard.
Yeah, or buyback.
Yeah, or buyback. No, buyback too. Like, that was very careless of him.
Yeah.
Not very, like, he usually is better than that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of rough to see.
Big turnaround, NGX almost getting Roche to now losing not only their top racks, but their middle racks as well. Bottom lane for NGX.SEA though have all 3 towers still standing. They have that tier 1 there.
Yep, that will be their next goal. So what they're going to do now is just control top and try and take the Roche themselves. Like, this is going to be a Roche contention game for the next few
Monkey
minutes.
King gets drinkled. He gets spotted out. They know exactly where he is. He's going to have to BKB. He's still jumping through the trees. They don't look like they want to pursue too much. When I say that, though, they're going to prove me wrong as they are somewhat searching for him. Not going to see him. Instead, they're just all focused on Roche, making sure Bristlebacks gets that Aegis, which he does.
Yep, that's good. Nigma's heroes are still down. You
Puck
have...
gets the shard.
That's good.
Yeah.
They're just strong. The net worth lead has gone up to 13k. Like, everything is
Skyrocketed.
Yeah, it's funny how you see them lose these couple of fights in a row, and then it all just kind of turns for the better for them. It just really comes down to these amazing pickoffs from Zhao Yu for the most part. I think 3 of them were like killing the Ember mid. It was just good gameplay. Like, it's too hard to play around this amount of lockdown from Marcy right now.
Here we see Alacrity again, trying to push out the waves all by himself, though, but I don't know if he thinks he has enough to... No, good. He does get out of that. I was like, I hope he's not thinking he can 1v1 a Bristle here after they get the Roche and Bristle has the Aegis and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, Marcy. She gets silent. She also gets stunned with the Boundless Strike. Both of them popping the BKB on the side of Nature's Prophet. They're looking at overgrowth. Triad goes down. The Golem's there as well, stunning up the Monkey King on the back line. Juggernaut is stunned. Feared, Dream Coiled. There's enough damage that he is going to fall. Alacrity there trying to do so much with little he can on the Ember Spirit. Triple kill for Bristleback. Nature's Prophet getting Yuled is also going to get run down. Just a team wipe for the side of RSG. It looks great for them.
Looks really bad for Nigma.
Looks fantastic for RSG and not so great for NGX. There it is. Marcy looks like she was going to get it. The initiate, the engage, but they tried really hard to sort of fight back on that one, and the backline goes down to NGX, an issue they've been facing almost this whole game.
Yeah, so Dreamcell is in this horrible position where he tries to like spin into the fight because Marcy hasn't used Dispose yet, so he's scared of getting chased down.
Buyback on Alacrity, also on Mizu with the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Not too sure what these two are going to be able to do, but now Monkey King's alive. The Dispose out from Marcy. Boundless Strike 2 to stun her up. They're rooted at the moment, but Alacrity a dive back. BKB from MK Monkey King isn't going to be enough, and so it's the GG call out from NGX.SEA. It was looking to be a little bit of a stalemate at the start there during those laning phases. We didn't get our first blood until 7 minutes, but RSG came out. That aggressive style we're so used to knowing. The bubble tea, it's the bubble tea buff.
Nice, nice. Yeah, God, the game just looked way too hard. Like, the more items they got, like, it was just impossible to fight. Jug feels pressured to spin into a fight so he doesn't get stunned, but then his spin runs out and he does just get stunned. There's no winning for him. Too hard for him to play. Zhao Yu absolutely pogging out. Such an MVP.
MVP.
Best Marcy I've
that's it.
ever seen in my life.
Well, now I can't ask that question when we do go back to the panel, which will be happening. We'll fully break it
The
down.
panel.
It's with the panel. It's going to be us
Yes.
again. Surprise. Nice work. Great casting.
Very good, very good.
All right, now we're going to put the panel hat back on as we're going to jump to a break. Gods is going to join us back in the great chair, and we'll have to ask him some thoughts and questions about the game.